On the court for Minnesota, Rubio and Martin are their backcourt. Tayshaun Prince out there with Garnett, and it's Towns in at center. The drive by Rubio puts up the baby hook. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
No good on the second free throw.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
That was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball, and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right.
And, you know, even though the Wolves have been out of the playoffs so long, you get the sense it won't be too much longer. They've got a really nice core to build around, and I think could be special, especially Andrew Wiggins. There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Conley against Rubio. The offensive rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Green kicks to Randall. Shoots from the baseline. Minnesota with the rebound. Rubio's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And as you mentioned, the Wolves could be back in the playoffs in due time. They are headed in the right direction. Some mistakes have been made along the way, but you have to like their future now.
And again, Memphis no good.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Martin against Green. Martin kicks to Towns. And here's Prince outside. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Gasol. He feeds it to Randolph. Rubio against Conley. Back to Randolph. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 6 assists in the game. Timberwolves have gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Minnesota calls timeout. Some solid numbers once again for Zach Randolph with Memphis last year. He just keeps plugging away, grinding out, no pun intended, chugging along and producing.
Yeah, 16 points, about 10.5 rebounds for Zebo. I mean, he's a classic power forward and always gives you the numbers, even though he still plays under the rim.
Jang, he's checked in for Kevin Garnett.
And, you know, for Randolph, he's been in the league so long and still puts up double-double numbers. Average a double-double in 8 of his last 10 seasons. Remarkable.
And for Zach Randolph, at his experience level, to put up 15 and 10 or better, the last player to do that back in 1999. So it's a rare feat. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
What a great game for Randolph in this one. He has 8 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
One bit of news for the Grizzlies last year is that they acquired a single affiliation deal with a Clark D-League team, which you think is going to help them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that team is the Iowa Energy. They're a sole partner now with the Iowa Energy. Good move by the team in what is becoming a growing trend in the NBA.
6 to shoot, and it's Martin penetrating.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Barnes, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies trail by 3. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Conley. And again, Memphis no good.
And for Memphis and the D-League, they made the most of it. Set 3 players for a total of 14 assignments with the energy. And that's how you make the most of an affiliate. And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Here's Barnes, and the rejection by Jan. Kicks it to Conley. Randolph, a screen on Martin, to the middle, up off the screen, and it's Randolph with the jam.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
You know, considering the Grizzlies and their D-League partnership, it really makes sense for the franchise. Memphis has always been a place where they grow their own talent. A lot of good players have come out of Memphis. Not a lot of big names signed in free agency by the Grizzlies.
5 on the clock. And Rubio kicks to Jan. Another miss by Minnesota.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Randolph passes to Conley. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Conley's got 5. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put up.
I'm looking over there at Greg. He's enjoying every second of it.
Yes,
Clark.
it is.
Yeah.
Me
Listen,
too.
the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter. Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
They set the pick, and it's Rubio penetrating. Towns, no luck. Looking at Memphis, they took the win in their last game against the Trailblazers.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Barnes with it, and it's Martin picking him up. And Randolph slams it in.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball both ends.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Randolph. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Randolph. And it's Lee in for Tony Allen. Poke loose. Here is Conley. He's got 5. To the middle. Here's Green. Feeds it to Gasol. And Kevin Martin pulls it down. Timberwolves trail by 5. Rubio outside. There's the pick. Back to Martin to halt the run. That's in. Coming off an assist from Rubio. And that's now 9 points for Kevin Martin. Outside, Green. And again, Memphis no good. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Rubio in the corner. Pass to Towns. For the tie. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
You know, when you're bad or struggling in the West, things can go south in a hurry. I mean, the Wolves ended with the worst record in the league last year at 16-66, and a lot of those losses came in their conference.
That free throw, no good. Well, last season, the Wolves did struggle in conference, as was expected. 7-45 against the rest of the Western Conference.
Listen, nothing harder in sports than learning how to win. And there's no doubt that Minnesota took a lot of lumps as a young team last season. 3 of those conference wins that you mentioned, though, did come against playoff teams. So there's that little silver lining of hope.
Now here's Muhammad, defended by Chalmers. Miller dishes to Towns. The game now all-time. Towns has got 12 points in the game.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
And the foul called on Andre Miller. That's foul number 2 for him. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Towns. And Memphis also making a switch. Adams, he's checked in for Lee. On defense, Minnesota. Now Chalmers. He has 6. And that one's good. Adams has got his second basket of the game.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
Minnesota shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. And Muhammad kicks to Zhang. Here's Levine. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Levine's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves. And here is Chalmers. Carter outside. And it's off the back rim. No good. Timberwolves shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Miller with the ball. Gasol covering. Now here's Muhammad. D right on him. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. For Memphis, they've gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Jeff Green is checked in for Marc Gasol. .139 left in the third quarter of the game. Miller kicks to Levine. That puts them in the lead. Levine's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Adams in the corner. Back to Chalmers. Out to the right wing. Adams' shot is off. Minnesota in the lead. 1:05 left to play here in the third. Chang against Green. Here's Levine. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
There's the dish to Adams. Drains it from beyond the arc. Adams has got 7 points in the game.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Now the pass to Miller. Rebound by Mario Chalmers. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Out to the right wing. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. They get it back. Green. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot 1 more at the free throw line.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. Free throw good, Green. Minnesota with the ball, trailing by 2. Here's Levine, 11 points in the game. From deep. Got it! He got it! Just in time! What a shot!
3 points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
Come on with it, with it. Come on with it, with it. Me and you getting